Oh, Ian.
Oh, perfect. You can reset the chat.
Okay, sure. Chat.
We're back. Sorry about that, guys.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Sorry about that. Minor technical difficulties with our internet connection from shop.
Oh, Shaw.
So, we were in the middle of
Yes.
asking Sean about his experience with working with Felicia Day on the Guild.
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, it's been a lot of work because I came on to the Guild season 2, and I have directed seasons 2 through 5, which we just recently finished, and that's out and available now. But no, it's really good. The thing about working with Felicia is when I first started the Guild, it had already been established and it had a fan following, and so my biggest thing was like, I don't want to be the one who screws this up. So I'm like, I'm just gonna go like buy the book. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm just gonna basically take her script and just try to film the actual script. But then as the seasons went on and on, like it definitely became more of a collaboration. And so she's very open to ideas and throwing stuff around, which is great because then I get to do some stuff that I like, and then there's stuff that she wants to do. But she's as far as like making the show go, she's there from obviously writing it because she's the writer, through production, through editing, throughout the entire thing. So this whole entire journey for each season is like, it isn't like I get it and then run off. It's like she's there every step of the way. Same with Kim Evie, the producer. So it's good because by the time we get to the editing phase, it's like it's good to have just that input and that to try out different things and then throw ideas around. I think then we get to kind of see all of our options and then pick the best one and make sure that because we all want the show to be as good as it could be. And in the 4 years or 4 seasons that I've done, like we've never ever compromised once and just been like, well, I guess that's as good as it's going to be. It's like in those moments we'll do like, okay, we got to do something, and even if it's something we have to create and post, it's like we won't let an episode go until we're 100% happy with it, because we just want them to be good, and if we have that capability, whether it's staying up all night to figure it out or staying up for a week to figure it out, it's that's usually what we all do. So no, it's been great. I mean, that's just the overall, but like we have a very hectic shooting schedule with the Guild because we are still a web show. It's not, we are sponsored by Microsoft, which definitely helps, but at its core, like, we still have to get, 10 pages a day done usually. And usually when you're shooting, like 6 is a lot. So we're consistently like getting to set, having to shoot like basically like rapid fire, but make sure that we're getting quality takes and quality performances and giving them time to improv and everything. So it's almost like a race every day, but I think we've been doing it enough now to where like we kind of have just a way of doing it that just seems normal to us, which is this just hectic craziness. And it just requires a lot of hard work, but in the end, we're always happy with everything that we've done so far with the show and the music videos, and it's been great.
Nice. There's there's a question here that when are you guys going to start writing season 6 of the Guild? But no.
Well, as far as season 6 goes, I don't know if whoever saw 5, it ended with closure, but definitely with the possibility of more. Felicia, I know you guys talked to her last night. She may have already answered this, but she said that she definitely has a story to tell for season 6. As far as our deal with Microsoft goes, we go season to season. So after every season, we have to reevaluate it and see if it's worth it for them to produce it or not. And then if not, the beauty of Felicia's deal with Microsoft is that she still owns the show. Whereas like I've worked on shows before where even if you want to do more, they're like, nah, we don't want to do this anymore. But like they own it now, so like then you're stuck. So Felicia does have the freedom of, if that were to happen, she could take it somewhere else or finance it herself, or so there's definitely, there's a great chance that there's going to be a season 6. And if so, knowing Felicia, she's already outlining it. Who knows? Like it's one of those things where she's like, I'm outlining it, and then like a week later she's like, here's the first draft, and I was like, wait a minute, what? Like I feel so unproductive standing here next to you because that is a lot. But so yeah, I would think she would start. I know she has ideas, and she's probably outlining it now. So I'd say sooner than later.
Okay. How did you personally get involved in the business of web videos?
Basically, I really just didn't have a choice. It was kind of just what was available at the time. When I graduated from college, I had done a number of short films with a few friends of mine, and they were always comedy films. So back then, this is like, 2002 to 2003, and that was, you would do a short film, and if you thought it had a chance at anything, you'd submit it to film festivals, and then it would play at the film festival 5 months later after you've paid $50 to submit it, and it plays in front of an audience of 15 people, and then that's kind of the end of it. Like, but you go in thinking like, okay, like, this is when I lived up in San Jose and had zero idea of the business. I was like, okay, cool, like, so it'll go to this festival, and someone will hopefully see it, and then they'll want us to do something. But then you're like, wow, we just got into like the Milwaukee Film Festival and Chili Cook-Off, and so like not a lot of opportunities are gonna really come from that. So I kind of figured out that that wasn't really the way to go. So we're like, well, you know what? Screw it. Like, let's just put all of our stuff online. And this is like when YouTube was more viral, more pet videos, guys kicked in the balls, like, pet stuff and fun stuff. But there wasn't really a lot of produced stuff at the time. So once we put our stuff up, fortunately, that caught some attention, and me and my buddy Payman Benz, who we took all of our stuff, put it together, formed a company called Awkward Pictures, and then through that, we had gotten a deal with Sony to produce a web sketch show. So we're like, okay, cool, like, we'll do the web sketch show, and then just doing that, I met Kim Evie, who produces the Guild, that led to the Guild. But it's like, at the time, I had a film education, I had no resources, so I had the ability to kind of make a short film, so that's what I did. And then once that turned into web video, I had the ability to do that, so I'm doing web video now. And so definitely, like, the goal is to move up to TV or film, but and TV has kind of happened because I just worked on the SpearNet show, but that's the aspiration, is to keep climbing. But I'm aware of where I am in the moment, and that's web video, like, where there's a lot of opportunities, like the Guild and a lot of other shows, and there's definitely a rise in web series. So I'm happy where I am now, but I'm always looking for that growth and to go to the next level. But I'm always, instead of wasting my time trying to achieve that, I just want to do as good of a job as I can right now in the time being, with the hopes that that will lead to more. And so far, like, there's definitely been a progression that I'm proud of, and I'll just continue to keep working that way.
So TV and film is definitely something you're interested in pursuing?
Yeah, I mean, that's always been, even when I went to film school, like, web video wasn't even a thing then. So, it was, hopefully this will lead to something. And I didn't even know what I wanted to do at the time. I just, but I loved the world of it. So I kind of went in and, like, I went to a school that had, like, a very general film program. It was like, our major was called TV, Film, Radio, Theater. That was the official name of the major. So it was like, you got a good introduction to everything. But the positive side of that was that we also had a lot of time with the equipment, and that's where I actually learned the most, was just doing it and just failing miserably, and then learning from failing, and okay, what did I do wrong? Don't do that again. I'm being too ambitious. I can't shoot a space opera right now. I don't have the means to do that. It's going to look like crap. So instead, I'll shoot a thing about two guys talking around a table. I can do that and make it look good, and hopefully it's funny enough, and that would hold more weight than something that seemed too ambitious that you don't meet those expectations. So then through then, just kind of seeing what we have and building from there.
Okay. Somebody is wondering why you haven't made an episode dedicated to the world of lovely bacon.
Of bacon? A bacon episode? Is this of the Guild?
Yeah. I don't know, but the Guild, or there should be an episode, something out there should be about bacon.
No, would that be the topic? Or I think it could just be a normal Guild episode, but everyone's just eating bacon. Like how Brad Pitt's just always eating in the Ocean's movies and stuff. It's like, so it's one of those things where it's not too weird, but hey, did you notice everyone was eating bacon in that episode?
Everyone's either like they're frying bacon, and the next scene they'll be eating it. Nobody mentions it. I like that.
I think that's the way to go. But to make it about bacon, I don't know. Maybe both. Really indecisive. No, I think the first idea. So yeah, look out for that.
There's a question here. Sort of related to the what you're talking about with the TV and film stuff. But if you could turn the Guild into a TV show on a channel, one of the more sort of indie channels like FX or G4 or something, would you take that opportunity, or do you think it's better? It's suited for the web?
No, I think that's probably more of a Felicia question than one for me. But my opinion on that is like, that's originally what the Guild was a TV pilot, and Felicia had written it and tried to shop it around, and she got the same feedback of like, this is too niche. There's not a gaming audience on TV. Yeah, you know, G4 exists, which I think is all gaming audience, but because I would think with a television deal, we would get a television budget, which means that we would have more opportunities to help the show grow. Because what we've done so far is anyone who watched the show, like, there's a very simple formula to the earlier seasons. You know, it's like a lot of it's webcam, a lot of it's very confined single spaces, and then we have a finale where we go all out and it's everyone's together and we do some big finale. Whereas this season, the entire season was 12 episodes all at a comic book convention, but we're still shooting that with the same budget that we have for everyone sitting around doing webcams. So we have to get really creative and still call in favors and whatnot, but it's like, what could we do if we had a television budget? So I think for growth of the show, that would be great.
Cool.
Fact. Get the fact.
Oh yeah, so we do still need that get that fact from you.
Fact, I have never, and I never will, and I refuse to eat a McRib. And it's not that I'm a vegetarian. Like in fact, we're having Steaksgiving tomorrow, which is pretty self-explanatory, which is literally just eating steak all day and then like ice cream sandwiches at night. But I don't know, the McRib is just one of those things where everyone's like, dude, you got to get it. I'm like, but talk to someone who's had a McRib. Like, there's someone who wants a McRib and they love it for the first 2 bites, and then it's just like, oh, why did I do that? It's immediate regret. So I'm just going to avoid that. So I'll never have one, and I never will for my entire life. I have zero interest in that.
The chat loves Steaksgiving.
Yeah, the chat is excited about Steaksgiving.
Steaksgiving, this is the 4th year we've done it. And I actually, like, I had told some people about it, and one person actually got offended by it. And he's like, you know, like, oh, you know, that's a really good way of, you know, honoring that tradition is by, you know, going against it. And I'm like, no, it's just eating a lot of food and taking the day off, and it's just different foods, you know. But I guess, I don't know. I'm a big fan. It's basically just red wine and steak all day. Is basically it. It's very, very simple, but very delicious.
How do you feel about other sort of notoriously gluttonous fast foods like the KFC Double Down?
The Double Down?
Or the Baconator.
Famous Bowls?
Yeah.
Or the Baconator.
What is the Baconator?
Hard attack on a bun.
That's it's a double bacon cheeseburger with more bacon.
With more bacon. The Double
These
Down
all
way
sound
worse.
like foods that you eat for bets.
Yeah.
You know, like, I can't imagine someone like, you know what, it's noon, I have many options for lunch, I'm going to make this mistake. Like, I always feel like it's almost like a thing, like, I'm going to just try it and then just to say I tried it. Or, hey, I bet you can't eat that, or I bet you won't get that. I can't imagine someone like, and then finishing it and being like, yeah, that was the right choice to make, was eating that Baconator. I assume, is it just these made of bacon?
I think it's like several patties plus bacon between each of them plus cheese.
Yeah, two patties, two slices of cheese, 6 strips of bacon.
Ew.
Probably deep fried too. I don't know.
No.
But it's still a sandwich. It's like, okay, you love bacon, so here's more bacon. The Double Down is just like, screw you, America. Like, eat this. You know, it's like, this is unnecessary. There's no reason this needs to exist. So, no, I don't. I'm not a fan. I don't eat too much fast food.
The chat's
I like
divided
Chick-fil-A a
on the
lot.
Baconator.
Yeah, it's there's a serious rift in our chat about the Baconator.
Yeah, some people are like, no, and other people are like, well, not bad, actually.
How bad the Double Down is for you, if I may? The Double Down has more than your full daily requirement of sodium in it.
In just one Double Down.
In just one Double Down, you've eaten like 120% of your daily recommended intake of sodium.
Whoa. Nice. Nice.
It's a weekend of sodium.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's horrible. Wait, sodium's the bad one. Yeah, horrible. And also just calories, I'm sure, right?
I think it pushes over 2,000 calories. I mean, it's basically you eat one bit Double Down, you're done for the day, drink a whole bunch of water, and even then you're still not better. You're still...
Zero pity if you're feeling gross about that. And then you're probably getting sides with this too, like mac and cheese or something, or gravy.
Sure, if you you might as well at that point.
Dip your Double
they
Down
just
in
like a
gravy.
Little mini food trough or something. Or they did have that with the Famous Bowl. That's kind of what that was. Patton Oswalt, he has a great bit about that, which I won't even attempt to say because I'll destroy it. But check it out. It's really funny.
Nice. All right. Well, we will let you go, but thank you very much for calling in.
No, thank you guys. This was a lot of fun, and congrats.